So, Dr. Scott, obviously with these systems, you're extremely good at handling finances and being able to be creative with patients and find different options to help them overcome that barrier of finances. But do you ever come across a patient where they literally just don't have any resources, they can't come up with the financial means to afford a corrective program, even though they truly want it? How do you handle that?
Absolutely, and really in a lot of cases, usually that will come up before we get to the financial close aspect of it. The patient's been pretty reluctant, but there has been times where we've got into the financial close with the spouse and we've presented the finances, and sure enough, they're starting to show some resistance there. And again, you got to learn to really listen to what they're saying and move with them. You're going to get a lot of excuses as you're sitting discussing finances, and there's some of the things you got to make sure you've handled is time and some of those issues there. But one of the key things is you start to try to offer some suggestions or other options for them. When you're listening to excuses from a patient, one of the things that you'll find is if it's a legitimate excuse, it continues to come up. If it's a non-legitimate excuse, if you handled it and took care of their and resolved that concern, they're going to have another excuse. And so really listening to what they're saying is an important thing, and really moving with them as they throw something at you. But when it comes down to a patient that really just can't afford it, they've tried to qualify for care credit, they're committed and they want to do it, the key is you got to give them what they want. And so you got to inform them and let them know that in this case you can't afford corrective care right now. So let's establish a pain management plan for you. Let's get you through some care. Let's train you on some home exercises and get you doing something, which is absolutely better than doing nothing. And so sitting down with them and being prepared to address maybe just a shorter plan, or finding out what they can afford and establishing a plan based upon their financial means and what they can come up with. That way you're giving them some surety that you do care. This isn't just all about the finances, but you really truly care about them. You're giving them some direction, and they'll go through pain relief and have a wonderful experience in your office. They may refer a few of their friends, and ultimately there may be a time in the future when they can't afford it, and I guarantee you that if you've shown genuine care for that patient, this is where they're going to come back to. They may get in a car accident, there may be some future needs that they may have, and they'll always return.